Jacob Compian, and this is Whistlin World Garage.
What's going on, man?
Not much, just here.
So tell us about your baby here.
It's a 1954 210 sedan, two-door. It's a project in the making.
Yeah, it's definitely a project. It's been a long time, man. How long have you been working on it?
About 3 years now. It's gone through a lot of changes in those 3 years. I probably would have been done with it a long time ago had I not be so changing my mind from 1 minute to the next.
So what have you done with it so far? How was it when you got it?
Basically, it was a heaping pile of rust. That's basically what it was. The everything from the grill to just you name it. It was rust. So it was a lot of tearing down and cleaning up, replacing. A lot of welding, a lot of cutting, a lot of fab work, just to make it look the way it looks now.
Now, when you got it, it was still a straight six car, right?
Yeah, it still had the original 235 straight six in it.
And what have you put in it since you got it?
Now, well, I've gone through 2 straight sixes and finally decided that I did not want to have a 6-cylinder in this car, so ended up putting a 1967 327 small block Chevy engine in it. Converted it from torque tube to open drive line.
What rear end did you go with?
I went with a 1970 Pontiac GTO rear end.
And it's automatic now?
It's fully automatic. It's a 327 with a 350 turbo transmission. It's got a Hurst shifter in it now and everything.
Rad. And this has been a couple years now, or 2 years?
Yeah, actually 3 years now.
3 years.
3 years. So within that 3 years time, I've Frenched the headlights, Frenched the tail lights, peaked the hood, got rid of the split down the middle, made it all one piece. I've got rid of the drip rails, smoothed and blended those in. Got rid of all the stainless pretty much except for the gravel guards and the rocker on the bottom. That's the only chrome besides the teeth on the grill that I'm keeping. Still debating whether I want to shave the door handles off or not. Um, it's one of those things to where I want to do it, but then again I don't. But knowing me, I'll probably end up doing it.
Yeah, you have plans to chop it, or are you gonna leave
Yes, I do. I'm going to do a 4 or 5.5 chop on it, getting rid of the original wraparound back window, and I'm gonna put a rear window from a 32 Buick, I believe. Yeah, 32 Buick. That's the rear window that I'm gonna put in there, and replace of the original back window, the wraparound back window.
What kind of bag setup did you go with to get it to drop down this low?
The front is it's still original suspension, but it's boxed and it's reinforced. I got 6-inch bags in the front, 8-inch bags in the back. The back is notched 6.5 inches, so I had to basically redo the trunk. So my setup is all done in the trunk. It's got front, back, and side to side.
Rad.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get the bags put in it?
The
You've
bags.
done a few of these setups.
Yeah, I've done a couple airbag setups. On this one in particular, it probably took me one night to do the front, and then I want to say 2 weekends, maybe 3 weekends at the most to complete the rear end. That one was the rear on these cars usually take a little bit more time because there's a lot more fab work involved in it.
Right. How big was the notch that you put in the frame for it?
6.5 inches.
Yeah.
So the car it basically lays out in the back. The front, because I am running stock, it's probably, I don't know, maybe 2 inches off the ground and the center, which is still low enough for me because I didn't want to if I ever spring a leak or anything like that, I don't want the car actually laying on the ground. However, the back does lay on the ground, but that's just because I wanted it that low in the back.
Yeah, I remember when we started testing it out, it went all the way down and smashed the spare tire.
Yeah, yeah. So I no longer have a spare tire compartment for it. I basically replaced the stock gas tank with a mid-60s Mustang gas tank. That's takes the place of the center of the trunk. However, I did do a floating floor with wood over the top, mounted my airbag, my compressors, and my tanks in there and everything. So it looks pretty nice. It's a nice setup.
So, what's next, man?
As far as this car, it's just body work now. It's just getting all the body work done. A little tweaking on the engine, and then I'll be able to drive it and enjoy it for once.
Yeah, it has been a long time coming.
Yeah, it has.
So you gonna drive it around for a little while and then wait to do the chop till you're finally ready to go that route?
Yeah, I think at this point, I'm probably so excited to be able to drive it that I'll probably just wait till next winter. I know I said I was going to do it this winter, but
it's so close.
It's too close, and I'm so close to getting it to where I can drive it around that I just want to finish it and drive it and enjoy it. Go to car shows, cruise it around and show it off, and then come next fall, then I'll go ahead and do the chop on it.
So you're gonna leave it in primer until the chop's done?
I probably should. That would probably be the better idea. Just so that way it's I don't have to do double the paint job, double the body work, and all that stuff. So I'll probably just leave it in a nice primer until then, and then once the chop's done, then I'll go ahead and paint it.
keep breathing.